Los Fresnos comes back and wins. Now Santa Maria will put up a three. Bang! Santa Maria! Here's Warner. Here comes a headed jam. Counted for two. Field. Adios! And the Falcons win on a walk-off. And it's saved. What a game. What's this? Smack. To the left. That is gone. Blanco Perez. That's my play. Off the backboard. Count it. And a win. And a win. Ryan Perez wins the game for the Santa Rosa Warriors, and they go nuts. And why not?
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Cabinets Field. I'm Mark Molina. This is the second half of our double header. We had Victoria West take on Corpus Christi Ray, and the Ray Texans led by Kevin Goss, who threw a perfect game, allowed just one runner coming in, but allowed no hits, and the 4-1 win for the Ray Texans. And here we are, Corpus Christi Moody hosting Flower Bluff, as we're going to get going here momentarily with the pregame festivities. We're going to have the announcements of the starting lineups here momentarily, and then we're going to have the national anthem, and we're going to get going. A lot going on here tonight. We had that first game. We have Flower Bluff taking on Moody here in baseball, and we have a barn burner going on over there. A lot of offense between Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial and visiting Flower Bluff over at the softball field. So that one's getting into the later innings, and it's a close game, as we can see from here. A lot of numbers on the board right now. And over at Whataburger Field earlier today, we had Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial taking on Corpus Christi Carroll. And Rudy Zamariba was at that one. So 5 pretty good games going on here in Corpus Christi. But here we are, Flower Bluff at Moody. And we're going to get going here with Flower Bluff leading off. Number 1, Justin Arredondo in the second spot. Chris Bernal batting third. Nash Villegas batting number 4, Michael Mendiola. Batting 5th, Bailey Jones. Batting 6th, Diego Delgado. Batting 7th, Josh Graff. Batting 8th, Jace Hensick. And batting 9th, Adam Sheehan. And on the mound, it's going to be Bailey Jones for Flower Bluff. That's the lineup for the Flower Bluff Hornets. And the starting lineup for the Moody Trojans, leading things off, number 1, Derek Hernandez. Batting 2nd, Roman Rodriguez. Batting 3rd, going to be James Perales. Batting 4th, going to be Jonathan Everett. Batting 5th, it's going to be Marley Bernal. Batting 6th, Chris Escamilla. Batting 7th, going to be Aiden Gonzalez. Batting 8th is going to be Josh Gonzalez. And batting 9th is going to be AJ Hernandez. Starting pitcher, Richie Roman for Corpus Christi Moody. So we're going to have the national anthem coming up next. And then we're going to have the first pitch right after that. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We are Real Sports Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we take this occasion to inform and remind students and fans of the proper etiquette during flag ceremonies. The United States flag is a symbol of our great country, and accordingly, all of us should honor that symbol by standing, placing our right hands over our hearts, and gentlemen should remove your hands. Remember, silence is a form of respect, and everyone should remain standing until the national anthem is played.
first pitch coming up right after these messages. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live. Moody Flower Bluff on the way.
In part by the concession stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the concession stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the concession stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are moments away from the first pitch. Leading off for Flower Bluff is going to be number 1, Justin Arredondo, third baseman. And he's going to get going here facing pitcher Richie Roman. Last time we saw him on here, had a really good outing and led his team to a victory. So we'll see what we have here on tonight as he takes on Arredondo to start things off, the leadoff man. So due up here for Flower Bluff is going to be Justin Arredondo, Chris Bernal, and Nash Villegas. So we're going to get things going here momentarily.
Leading off for Flower Bluff, third baseman number 1, Justin Arredondo.
And the first pitch from Roman outside for ball number 1. Roman leading Moody to a victory over Carroll last week when we last saw him. And he pitched very well in that game. And starts off here with 2 balls, no strikes against the third baseman, Arredondo. And this pitch is in for strike number 1 as Arredondo swings and misses there. Now the count going to go over to 2-1 now. Two balls, 1 strike. And here's Roman as Arredondo's going to foul this one off. Count going to go to 2-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here's Roman, and Arredondo swings for strike number 3, and he won't beat out the throw. So that's going to be 1 out.
Number 2, Chris Bernal.
And coming up is going to be the shortstop, Chris Bernal, for Flower Bluff. 1 out, nobody on here for the Bluff. And top of the first inning. And but now they're gonna foul this one off. And the count gonna be at 2-2. And here's going to be a 4-3 ground out for Bernal for out number 2. So 2 down here in the top of the first.
Pitcher number 20, Nash Villegas.
So the next batter up is Nash Villegas. One ball, no strikes here. So 2-0 the count. Armand delivers this one in for 2 balls, 1 strike. And we're having some difficulties with Facebook here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. A number of games probably didn't go out live on Facebook. They are on YouTube and they are on Twitter, and I am posting a link right now on our Facebook at Real Sports Live just to make sure you guys are able to find this game no matter where you guys are watching. And Villegas is going to get on base here.
Center fielder number 15, Michael Mendiola.
And coming to the plate is going to be Michael Mendiola. So Mendiola at the plate, 1 on, 2 out here in the top of the first inning. And this pitch comes in for strike number 2. So the count now at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, runner on first. And Roman throws this one over to first. And the throw not in time. this pitch gets away, and the runner's going to move over to second base now. So they're going to tell the runner to go back. So no balls, 2 strikes here. And Roman throws over to first, trying to pick off the runner, but he cannot. And here's the pitch from Roman, and Mendiola is going to foul this one off. And this pitch comes in a little high, so it's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes now. As Michael Mendiola faces off against Richard Roman. Here's Roman, delivers the pitch. This one comes in for strike number 3, and it's not going to be beat out there on the run. So we are through the top of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. And we're headed to the bottom of the inning, and Corpus Christi Moody due up, leading off for Moody, and due up in the bottom of the first. Derek Hernandez, Roman Rodriguez, and James Perales. So keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever memories. Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in the bottom of the first inning. Due up now for Corpus Christi Moody. Leading off is going to be Derek Hernandez to get things going for the Trojans. And the Moody Trojans going to be facing in the circle. They're going to be taking on Bailey Jones, number 3, getting ready on the mound. So no runs put up by the Hornets in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. Viega's getting on a free base. But other than that, a couple of strikeouts for Richard Roman and a ground out for Chris Bernal in the second spot. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get things going here.
Moody, second baseman number 12, Derek Hernandez.
And this first pitch coming in for ball number 1 by Jones. And this pitch comes in outside for ball number 2. So 2 balls, no strikes here. And here's the pitch from Jones coming in outside, and the count moves to 3-0. And this pitch comes in right down the middle for strike number 1. So 3 balls, 1 strike here. And swing and a miss for strike number 2. And swing and a miss there for this out number 1.
On the left fielder, number 3, Roman Rodriguez.
So here comes Roman Rodriguez. And Rodriguez gonna pop this one up. And it's gonna be a fly out for out number 2.
First baseman, number 23, James Perales.
And here comes James Perales. With 2 down, nobody on. And this pitch comes in outside for strike number 1. And this one popped up, caught by the pitcher. And that's going to be the 3rd out. So we're through 1. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for Moody in the bottom of the 1st inning. We're headed to the 2nd, ladies and gentlemen. It's still scoreless here. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, top of the second inning, and Bailey Jones leading things off with a single here in the bottom of the top of the second inning. So coming up next is going to be number 9, Diego Delgado. With the runner on, nobody out here in the top of the second. This pitch comes in for strike number 1. So no balls, 1 strike now. And this pitch from Roman comes in low for ball number 1. So 1-1 the count now. And Delgado gets a piece of this one, fouls it off right behind him for strike number 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here. And here's a throw over to first, not in time as Jones gets back on the bag. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here now. And this pitch comes in outside to even up the count at 2. And that's going to be a strikeout as Delgado goes down for out number 1.
Second baseman number 21, Josh Groff.
And up next is going to be Josh Groff. And this pitch from Roman comes in for strike number 1. Here's a pitch from Roman outside to even the count up at 1. So 1's all across the board. This pitch in for ball number 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And here's the pitch comes in outside for ball number 3. So 3 balls, 1 strikes. 1 strike. Singular. And this pitch going to be fouled off. Going to move the count over to full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes now. So Roman looks over his shoulder at Jones at first. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And Groff is going to put it into the gap over in right field for a base hit. So that's going to put runners now on at first and second.
First baseman number 25, Jace Heinzig.
Here comes Jace Heinzig. With 2 on and 1 out. So here's that first pitch coming in. That one comes in inside. It's going to be ball number 1. So 1-0 the count now. Here's the pitch from Roman. This one comes in for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's Heinzig, puts this one in play, grounds it up there's a shortstop. Nice throw for the 6-3 ground out. For out number 2, and the runners are going to move over. Second and third base now.
Right fielder number 4, Adam Sheehan.
And here comes Adam Sheehan. Well, the runners at second and third, 2 outs here, and Roman delivers a pitch for strike number 1 to get us started here in this at-bat. 0-1 the count. Couple of base hits allowed here by Roman, but has a chance here to get out of the inning unscathed. And here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss by Sheehan for strike number 2. And Sheehan fouls this one off. Count's going to stay at 0-2. And swing and a miss for out number 3. And the runner stays stranded as Roman comes up big, strikes out. 2 of the 3 here, retires 2 in a row. So no runs on 2 hits. There was no errors, and there was 2 left on base for Flower Bluff in the top of the first inning. We're headed to the bottom of the second inning, and still 0-0, so keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the second inning coming up for you guys right now. We are through 1.5, and the Hornets leaving a couple of batters stranded in the top of the second. They've left 3 stranded here in the first couple of innings for them. Bailey Jones and Josh Graff getting a couple of base hits, but Richie Roman able to get out of that jam with runners at second and third and keeping things scoreless. So here we are leading off in the bottom of the second inning. It's going to be Jonathan Everett.
For Moody, right fielder number 14, Jonathan Everett.
So this pitch comes in for strike number 1. As Bailey Jones delivers that first pitch. And we got a really interesting game going on across the way. It's in the bottom of the 8th inning. Veterans Memorial taking on Flower Bluff, as Everett's going to pop this one up, and it's going to fall fair, and Everett keeps rounding the bases. Actually, they're going to say it did not. Looked like it did from here, but
America has one army, but we
look like it did from here. Let's see if you can catch that on the replay. So it's going to be an 0-2 pitch now. So Flower Bluff and Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial over at the softball field. It's 17-15. Flower Bluff over Veterans Memorial, bottom of the 8th. And here's Everett going to ground out to second for the 4-3 putout. 4 out, number 1.
Designated hitter number 19, Marley Bernal.
So here comes DH Marley Bernal for Moody. With 1 out and nobody on. And this pitch comes in low and inside for ball number 1. And this pitch comes in high and outside for ball number 2. So 2 balls, no strikes now. So the count 2-0 for Bernal. And here's the delivery from Jones. And this one outside. It's going to hit the outside corner for strike number 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And that game final over there at the softball field, 17-15, Flower Bluff able to take that one in 8. So the Flower Bluff Lady Hornets defeat the Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial Lady Eagles. And a heck of a game. Looking at the scoreboard over here, it looks like a combined 37 hits. If I'm reading that correctly from over here, it looks like 19 and 17. "36 hits, actually. My math is a little off there as the pitch comes in here for ball number 3. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count here for Marley Bernal. And Bailey Jones delivers the pitch. And swing and a miss, and Bernal goes down for strike number 3 and the second out of the inning.
Catcher number 27, Chris Escamilla.
And here comes Chris Escamilla now, with 2 down. And nobody on here in the bottom of the second inning. So here's the pitch from Jones. This one comes in for strike number 1. So no balls, 1 strike. Here's the delivery from Jones. This one comes in outside for ball number 1. Count even at 1 now. And this pitch put in play by Escamilla. And it's a shallow hitter, and the pitcher Jones able to do a good job in making the play there for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down here for Moody in the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base for the Trojans in the bottom of the second. We're through 2, headed to the top of the third right after this. This is Real Sports Live. Keep it here.
It's one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history. There are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the third inning, leading off things here for Flower Bluff is going to be Justin Arredondo. 0-1 on the night is Arredondo. And this pitch comes in low and inside for ball number 1. And swinging and missing is Arredondo for strike number 1. So evens out the count at 1 now. And Arredondo gets a lot under this one. A nice catch made over there in left field for out number 1. And coming up next is going to be Chris Bernal Bedinado for 1 on the night, 4-3 ground out during his first plate appearance. So that first pitch comes in for strike number 1. And this one grounded over to short. Nice play there made on the infield for the 6-3 ground out.
Catcher number 20, Nash Villegas.
And here comes Nash Villegas now. With 2 down, nobody on. Villegas reaching on a free base last time up. And Villegas going to foul this one off. And here's the pitch. This one low and inside for ball number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And Villegas hits this one over to the third baseman. Here's the throw. And that's going to be out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for Flower Bluff in the top of the 3rd inning. So Villegas grounding out now. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And we're headed to the bottom of the 3rd inning, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it here. And due up next for Moody is going to be 789 in the lineup. So we'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the bottom of the 3rd inning here, still scoreless. And coming up to the plate is
The Trojan shortstop number 21, Aiden Gonzalez.
Aiden Gonzalez for Corpus Christi Moody. And this pitch comes in high and outside for ball number 1. And this pitch comes in for ball number 2. So 2 balls, no strikes now. And this one coming in outside for ball number 3. So 3-0 the count here for leadoff man Aiden Gonzalez here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. This one comes in for strike number 1 from Jones. And this pitch comes in down the middle for strike number 2. So the count moves over to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. And Gonzalez pops this one up all the way over into center field for out number 1 as he flies out.
Third baseman number 9, Josh Gonzalez.
And here comes Josh Gonzalez. Coming to the plate with 1 out. So this pitch from Jones curves outside for ball number 1. And Gonzalez sends this one right over to the shortstop, and that's going to be out number 2.
Center fielder number 8, AJ Hernandez.
And here comes AJ Hernandez, the 9th batter in this lineup. So here's a bunt laid down by Hernandez. And Jones does a good job of getting there with the throw. Makes the play. Nicely done. So 3 up, 3 down once again for the Trojans. And let's take a look there at that. There's the bunt put down. And you see Jones just gets there in a hurry. And he's able to make the throw out over there to first base. So we are through 3, headed to the top of the 4th inning. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the top of the 4th inning, and leading things off here for Flower Bluff is going to be Michael Mendiola. So Mendiola, Jones, Delgado due up here. The 4, 5, 6 batters for Flower Bluff. And the top of the 4th inning. And this pitch comes in low for ball number 1. And this pitch comes in low and outside for ball number 2. This one comes in for a strike. This one comes in for ball number 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike here for leadoff man Michael Mendiola. So here's Roman. Here's the pitch. This one comes in low. And it's going to be a walk to lead off the top of the 4th inning for Flower Bluff. So here comes the pitcher, Bailey Jones now. The runner on first, Bailey Jones, 1 for 1 on the night with a single to lead off the top of the 2nd inning. And this pitch is way low into the turf, man. Mendiola going to move over to second base now. Throws a swing, so it's 0-1 the count. No balls, 1 strike. Here's a bunt put down, and there's a throw over to third. For out number 1.
Left fielder number 9, Diego Delgado.
So 1 out, runner at first after the bunt pulled down, and Jones getting on the fielder's choice as Roman able to make the throw over to third to get Michael Mendiola out. So here comes Diego Delgado with a runner on and 1 out. And Delgado's going to foul this one off down the third base line for strike number 1. So this pitch comes in outside for strike number 2. So 0-2 the count here. The outside corner hit there by Richie Roman. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now for Diego Delgado with the runner at first. And this pitch going to get fouled off here by Delgado. Count going to stay at 1-2. So this pitch low and outside, gets away from the catcher here. So 2-2 now. So here's the pitch from Roman, and this one's fouled off again by Delgado. He's in there battling. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As the count remains even. And swing and a miss for strike number 3, and down goes Delgado. 4 out, number 2.
Second baseman number 21, Josh Ross.
Let's look at that 2-2 pitch. Here's Roman, just nicely put in there. And what a pitch there to get the second out. Well, here comes Groff. Groff 1 for 1 with the single on the top of the second inning. And this pitch put in here for ball number 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And swing and a miss there for Groff. I believe he got a piece of it there, so it's going to be 1-1 now. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Roman comes off the mound. Looks over at first as he has got the pitcher Jones out there. And Roman delivers this pitch outside for ball number 2. So the count's 2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes this one. Curves outside for ball number 3. So 3-1 the count now for Groff. And this pitch comes in outside, and Groff is going to get on base, on balls. Second walk of the inning here for Roman. So that's going to put runners on first and second now.
First baseman number 25, Jace Heinzig.
With Jace Heinzig coming to the plate now. So 2 on, 2 out. And Roman gonna give it some thought here. It's off the mound, and he looks like he's ready to go now. So here's the pitch. This one comes in low for ball number 1. And this pitch comes in outside for ball number 2. And Roman trying to get that outside part of strike zone. Just not much there for him as he stares at a 2-0 count now. And Roman delivers this pitch. This one in for strike number 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike now. And nice curve there for strike number 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs here. Deuce is wild on the board here. We do have 2 outs. So the catcher comes out to talk to Roman, and so here's Roman. He's ready. Looks back. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one comes in high and goes right over the catcher, and runners are going to move over now and put him in scoring position at second and third. And the count moves full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch, comes in. It's going to be called foul. Heinzig gets a piece of it there. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. And the blue calls time here. Here's Roman. Delivers the pitch and swing and a miss for strike number 3 and out number 3. And Roman gets out of that one, and we are still scoreless here through 3.5. And let's look at that last pitch there. Nice pitch. Full count. Runners at second and third, and Roman cool as a cucumber here as Heinzig trying to get that one, but it comes in a little outside for a swing of his bat. And we are headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live. Keep it here.
ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Music lovers, you have to...
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 4th inning. And leading off is going to be the top of the lineup here for the Moody Trojans. Derek Hernandez coming to the plate 0 for 1. Against Bailey Jones, who's had a really solid night here, allowing no hits. As Hernandez tries to put the bunt down. That one's going to go foul for strike number 1. And over on the other side, Flower Bluff leaving 5 runners stranded so far here in this one. Left 2 on here in the 4th. They left 2 on in the 2nd and 1 in the 1st. So here's the pitch in from Jones on the outside. So the count's 1-1. Here's the pitch from Jones. This one comes in on that outside corner for strike number 2. Jones has been efficient. A couple of strikeouts here, but he's faced just his 10th batter here. Retires the side each of the 3 times he's come out to pitch. And here's a ball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here. And Hernandez is going to send this one past the second baseman for a leadoff single. Going to put a man on, and that's the first hit of the night.
Left fielder number 3, Roman Rodriguez.
So here comes Roman Rodriguez with nobody out, a runner on now after that leadoff single by Hernandez. And this one going to be put down over at third. And here's the throw. Going to move a runner over. And it's going to be out number 1. But the runner moves over to second.
First baseman number 23, James Perales.
And here comes James Perales to the plate. Perales over 1. Grounded out last time. 1-3 put out. So here's Perales with a runner on second now. And Perales swings and misses, and that's going to be strike number 1 on the pitch delivered in by Bailey Jones. And this pitch up the middle over to the shortstop. Makes the throw for out number 2, but the runner moves over to third. So the 6-3 put out
Number 14, Jonathan Everett.
sets up Jonathan Everett now with a runner at third. And this pitch comes in down the middle for strike number 1. And let's see if Bailey Jones can get out of this mini pickle here. He has a runner on in scoring position, but 2 outs here if he can. And here's Everett. Sends this one over, and the second baseman doing a good job of reaching out his glove there to make that play for the 4-3 ground out. So after a leadoff single, Jones retires the next 3 batters. So no runs on 1 hit. There was no errors, and there was 1 left on base. And let's look at that last play. It looks like it was going to go past the second baseman. But he was able just to put out his glove there and just make the nice play. Nice catch there and nice throw. And we're going to see the pitch here. Here's the hit there and nice play. And cameraman got a little too anxious there. Thought that the run might come in. So we are through 4 innings. Top of the 5th coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it here. Leading off is going to be Adam Sheehan. And it's going to be Sheehan, Arredondo, and Bernal due up for Flower Bluff in the top of the 5th inning. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past? First pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading out things here is going to be Sheehan, who's going to fly out for out number 1. And here comes Justin Arredondo. With one out and nobody on, Arredondo on the night, 0 for 2 with a fly out last time he was up. And that pitch comes in for strike number 1. So here's Roman. Deals this pitch outside for ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. So here's the pitch from Roman. This one curves outside for ball number 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike now. And getting a piece of that one is Arredondo, and he's going to fly out to deep right field for out number 2.
Shortstop number 2, Chris Bernal.
So here comes Chris Bernal up to the plate now with 2 outs and nobody on. And this pitch comes in. Little outside for strike number 1. So no balls, 1 strike. This pitch comes in a little high for ball number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike now. And swing and a miss there for strike number 2 is Bernal. This one coming in outside. Reach for it a little bit. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. And here's the 1-2 pitch by Roman. He delivers, and down swinging goes Bernal for the 3rd out. So 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 5th. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. And we are scoreless through 4.5 here, and due up for Moody, Bernal, Escamilla, and Aiden Gonzalez in the bottom of the 5th inning. So keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're Real Sports Live, back after this.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 5th inning, due up here for Moody is going to be DH Marty Bernal. That's 5-6-7, heart of the lineup, due up here for the Moody Trojans. And they try to get something going. They got their first hit of the game in the bottom of the 4th inning on a leadoff single by Derek Hernandez, but they left the runner stranded on third base. And here comes Bernal trying to get something going here, as he is 0 for 1 on the night, struck out last time he was at the plate. So here's a pitch by Jones, and Bernal swings hard at that one, and he misses for strike number 1. So 0-1 to count now. And this pitch comes in outside for strike number 1. Ball number 1, excuse me. So 1-1 to count now. So this pitch fouled off. One ball, 2 strikes. And this pitch comes in for strike number 3 as Bernal goes down looking. And out number 1. So here comes Chris Escamilla. That was the third strikeout of the night for Bailey Jones. And that pitch comes in for ball number 1. And this pitch comes in outside for ball number 2. So 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. This game moving by pretty quickly. It's only about an hour and 20 minutes old. Started around 8. And this pitch comes in a little high for ball number 3. So Jones only allowed 1 walk, and there's only been 1 inning where he's faced 4 batters. That was the bottom of the 4th, was the leadoff runner, Derek Hernandez. I mean, the leadoff batter, Derek Hernandez, with the single. But other than that, he hasn't walked anybody, but he's facing a 3-0 count here. And this pitch comes in outside, and that's going to be the first walk of the game for him. So runner's going to be put on first now.
Shortstop number 21, Aiden Gonzalez.
And here comes Aiden Gonzalez. So Moody's only put one runner on here in this game, and they left him stranded. But going over at the Flower Bluff, I see FB, and mine goes one way. Flower Bluff has left 5 runners stranded over the first 4 innings. So they've had their opportunities, is unable to get people in. And there's a throw over to first. Not in time. And swing and a miss there for strike number 1. So 0-1 the count. Here's Jones delivering this pitch. And Aiden Gonzalez sends it right into the gap there, but nice play, and the runner's safe there. So at least let's see this catch there out in center field. And just a nice play made there. And here's a throw over to first. And nearly gets that runner out. But the fly out will do. And the runner stays on first. So the Blues talk it over last time, make sure everything is copacetic, and they got all their ducks in a row. And Vidal is over there on first still. He's the runner. So 2 outs here, and coming to the plate is Josh Gonzalez. And Gonzalez fouls this one off for strike number 1. And Jones looking back. Here's the delivery. This one comes in outside, and the runner gets loose, and he slides in, does Vidal to second. So the count's 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's a pitch, and Gonzalez gets all of that one, and it falls, and it's a base hit. And it's going to be an RBI single, RBI double, actually. And coming across, and it's going to be an RBI triple. So he's going to stretch it out, get all the way to third. So that's a big, big hit with the way things have gone. And hit falls right between center field and right field. And where Gonzalez able to squeeze out a triple. So here's Hernandez, who's going to ground out here on the 4-3 put out. But a runner comes in, so 1 run comes in on 1 hit. There's no errors, and 1 was left on base. And the bottom of the 5th, so we're headed to the top of the 6th inning. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. Moody now leads 1-0 over Flower Bluff. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live. Keep it here.
but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 6th inning, due up here for Flower Bluff is going to be 3-4-5 in the lineup. Nash Villegas, followed by Mike Mendiola and Bailey Jones, due up. And the top of the 6th for Flower Bluff, Corpus Christi Moody putting up a run in the bottom of the 5th inning. An RBI triple by Josh Gonzalez as he hits it deep right center field to score Vidal for the only run of the game. So 2 hits, 4 hits total, 2 hits for each pitcher here. And we're through 5 innings, top of the 6th. We'll see if Flower Bluff can answer here, as hits have been at a premium, and even more so have runs. Just 1 scored here between the 2, and we have about 12 outs left that we can figure out on the board right now. So here we go. Top of the 6th. Here's Villegas leading off.
6 for the Hornets, catcher number 20, Nash Villegas.
And Villegas. Oh for 1 with a walk here. And this pitch comes in low and outside for strike number 1. This pitch comes in low and outside and even up the count at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now. This pitch comes in, so it's 2 balls, 1 strike. And this pitch comes in for strike number 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes for the leadoff man, Villegas. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Roman, and Villegas gets a piece of this one, fouls it off. Count going to stay even at 2 now. And Villegas gets a piece of this one, and he sends it past the third baseman and shortstop's glove for a base hit, for a leadoff single. And the tying run comes to first base. And go ahead run at the plate now for Flower Bluff as Mike Mendiola.
Center fielder number 15.
Coming up now.
Mendiola. Courtesy runner first base, Chris Farrer.
And this pitch comes in for strike number 1. On 1 the count, runner at first. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's a pitch from Roman. This one comes in low and outside for strike number 2. And Roman has been in a couple of jams here before. The first couple of innings, as we mentioned before, 5 runners left stranded for Flower Bluff. And Roman has seen runners in scoring position a couple of different times. And here's a throw over to first. And the runner gets on the bag. So Roman throws this one way inside for ball number 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. And this one going to get fouled off. Count going to stay at 1-2. And this one gets away. And the runner's going to move over to second base now. So the count moves even to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this one comes in for strike number 3. Down goes Mendiola. So 1 out, runner at second. And here comes Bailey Jones. Jones reached last time on a fielder's choice. Other than that, he's 1 for 1 with a single. And Jones sends this one out, and he's going to fly out to center field for out number 2.
Left fielder number 9, Diego Delgado.
So with 2 down, here comes Diego Delgado. And this pitch comes in outside for ball number 1. So this pitch into the turf. Gonna make the count 3-0 now. 3 balls, no strikes. So Delgado settles in, and here's Roman ready to deliver the next pitch. And Delgado is going to get a base hit, and he's going to bring a runner in. That's going to be an RBI single. To tie the game at 1.
Second baseman number 21, Josh Groff.
So Josh Groff coming up now with 2 out, a runner on first. After that RBI single from Diego Delgado to tie things up now. And this throw comes over to first. So the count 0-1. And this pitch comes in low for ball number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on first, 2 outs for Josh Groff. And this pitch inside for ball number 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike now. And this one is gonna go foul for Groff, and it's going to be 2-2 now. 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. 1 runner on first. And this pitch low and outside, and there's a throw over to first. So that pitch, the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. And this pitch is going to be put in play, and it's going to ground out over to the first baseman for out number 3. But 1 runner comes in on 2 hits. There was no errors, and there was 1 left on base for Flower Bluff in the top of the 6th. So we're through 5.5. So keep it coming up next is the top of the lineup for Moody as Hernandez, Rodriguez, and Perales all set to come up for the Moody Trojans. So keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
Hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 6th inning. Leading things off here is going to be Derek Hernandez for Corpus Christi Moody, followed by Roman Rodriguez and James Perales. So both teams put up a run, and Let's see if Moody can answer now, as the Trojans put up a run in the bottom of the 5th inning. Flower Bluff answering in the top of the 6th, and we're back here for Moody.
Leading off the 6th for Moody, second baseman number 12, Derek Hernandez.
So here's Derek Hernandez, the leadoff man here. This pitch comes in for strike number 1. This pitch comes in for ball 1, so 1-1 the count here for Hernandez. Here's Jones getting ready. And time called here. And this one going to be sent into deep right field for out number 1. So Hernandez going to fly out. He is now 1 for 3 on the night. So here comes Roman Rodriguez with 1 out and nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rodriguez 0 for 2 here on the night. And this pitch comes in low and inside for ball number 1. 1 ball, no strike. So here's this pitch, comes in outside for ball number 2. So 2 balls, no strikes here. Here's a pitch from Jones. Gets that low outside corner for strike number 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike now. 1 out here for Roman Rodriguez. And this pitch comes in outside for ball number 3. So 3-1 the count now. So here's the pitch from Jones. And Rodriguez gets a lot under that one, but he's going to fly out as the center field gets under it for out number 2.
First baseman number 23, James Perales.
Here comes the first baseman, James Perales. So Perales 0 for 2 on the night. 6-3 ground out last time he was at the plate. So 2 down and nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Perales is going to fly out to center field for out number 3. So we're through 6. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base for Moody in the bottom of the 6th inning. And we're headed to the top of the 7th, and due up is going to be Hinsky, Shihan, and Arredondo. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live. We're back after this.
ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Music go up.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A new pitcher in here for Moody, as Richie Roman's done after 6.0 innings. And due in now for Corpus Christi Moody. I believe it's number 18 out on the mound. Could be 19. Could be Marty Bernal. I believe it is Bernal on the mound. So Bernal going to come in to try to get these 3 outs here in a deadlock game. And Roman, 103 pitches, allowing 1 run on 4 hits through 6.0 innings. So
First baseman number 25, Jace Hinsick.
So here's Jace Heinsick. So here's Bernal, his first pitch, and Heinsick is going to ground out here as Bernal makes the play for out number 1. And Sheehan coming up next.
Right fielder number 4, Adam Sheehan.
Sheehan 0 for 2, and this pitch comes in for strike number 1. No balls, 1 strike. This one comes in high and outside for ball number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. And this pitch comes in inside, and that's going to be strike number 2. Count now 2-2. And Sheehan is going to fly out. What a play made over there. And this one looked like it was caught, but it was not. But still, a heck of a play, a heck of a grab there. So it's going to be 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this pitch coming in outside for ball number 3. So 3 balls, 2 strikes for Sheehan. And this pitch comes in outside for strike number 3. Here comes Justin Arredondo now, trying to get something going here in the top of the 7th inning. And Bernal delivers this pitch outside for ball number 1. 1 ball, no strike. And this pitch gets away from the catcher for ball number 2. So 2-0 the count now. This pitch outside, so it's 3-0 now. And this one's going to be strike number 1 called, as Arredondo was already trotting over to take his base, but not so fast here as the count moves 3-1. And that's going to be ball number 4. So runner's going to get on, 2 outs. Runner on first now.
Shortstop number 2, Chris Bernal.
And here comes Chris Bernal. And this pitch comes in outside for ball number 1. So the count 1-0. And this pitch hit, contact made, and this one's going to be fouled off for strike number 1.
Just a reminder, you can keep those foul balls tonight, courtesy of Victor Guajardo, Berchapa, Ro Hernandez and family, Aaron Hernandez and Michael Franco.
And a runner's going to move over now. Runner at second, 2-1 now. The count. As Arredondo is able to slide into second. And Flower Bluff right here trying to get something going with 2 outs. Count 2-1 here for Chris Bernal. Here's a pitch from Marty Bernal. And this one past the glove of Bernal, but he's able to get it on the bounce and make the throw. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base and the top of the 7th. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 7th inning, due up for the Moody Trojans. It's going to be Everett Bernal Escamilla. That's 4-5-6, the heart of the lineup for the Moody Trojans. Come to bat in the bottom of the 7th. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
Assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading off the bottom of the 7th is going to be Jonathan Everett as Moody trying for some bottom of the 7th inning drama and heroics. And still in there is Bailey Jones. And Everett's going to put some air under this one. He's going to fly out to left. 4 out, number 1. So up next is going to be pitcher Marty Bernal. Bernal 0 for 2. A couple of strikeouts on 2 plate appearances. And this pitch comes in low and inside for ball number 1. And Bernal swings for strike number 1. And Bernal trying for the big hit there. So one's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. Nobody on. Bottom of the 7th inning. And here's the pitch from Jones. This one comes in for strike number 2 on the inside. And Jones still going strong here. Here's the pitch. And this one way inside for ball number 2. And Bernal sends this one over to the second baseman. He's going to ground out 4-3. 4 out, number 2.
Catcher number 27, Chris Escamilla.
Well, Escamilla is supposed to be due up here, but instead we're going to have a substitution.
Number 13, Jordan Ramos.
It's going to be Jordan Ramos. So Ramos in his first plate appearance. Sits in here, and this one comes in outside for ball number 1. So here's a pitch from Jones. This one comes in outside for ball number 2. So 2 balls, no strikes now. And Ramos off the glove of the pitcher, and Ramos trying to beat out the throw, and he cannot, and that's going to be an out. We're out number 3, and we're going to get free baseball, ladies and gentlemen, and we're headed to the 8th. And let's look at that nice play. It almost hits the pitcher Jones right in the glove here, and he's able to make a beeline for first, but Jones able to get on top of that ball, as you're going to see right here. And there's the hit. And Jones just tracks it down, goes down with it, and just one-hands it over. And that's going to be it here from the 7th inning. We are through 7, so no runs, no hits, no errors in that inning. And nobody left on base for Moody. So due up next for Flower Bluff is going to be Villegas, Mendiola, Jones. 3, 4, 5 coming up for Flower Bluff in the top of the 8th. So keep it here, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back. This is Real Sports Live.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are now in the top of the 8th inning. Moody unable to put a runner across in the bottom of the 7th, so here we go. And leading things off is going to be Nash Villegas. Villegas with a single in the top of the 6th inning. So he's 1 for 2 with the walk because Villegas as he fouls this one off. So 0-1 the count here. And this pitch inside for ball number 1. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. 1-1 the count now, and that pitch comes in. This pitch outside for strike number 2. So 1-2 the count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Villegas the leadoff man here in the top of the 8th inning. And this pitch comes in way outside for ball number 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Villegas reaches for that one, and he's going to try to beat out the throw, but not going to be able to, and that's going to be out number 1 as he strikes out to lead off the top of the 8th. And here comes Michael Mendiola now. Mendiola comes to the plate now. Mendiola last time up struck out, and here's Bernal's first pitch, high and inside for ball number 1. Here's a pitch from Bernal outside for ball number 2. So 2-0 is the count now. 2 balls, no strike, 1 out. And this pitch comes in high for ball number 3. So Mendiola ahead of the count now, 3-0. Here's the pitch. This one on the outside corner for strike number 1. And here's a pitch from Bernal, and that's going to be a walk for Mendiola. So the go-ahead run now on first.
Pitcher number 3, Bailey Jones.
And here comes Jones with a runner on and 1 out. And Jones puts this one in play over to the shortstop, who's going to make the play there. And a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning.
For the Hornets in the 8th, no runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base.
No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. But that was just nicely executed there. So the double play turn there, 6-4-3 to get the second and third outs, and we are headed to the bottom of the 8th inning, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are
Leading off the 8th for Moody, shortstop number 21, Hayden Gonzalez.
leading off the bottom of the 8th here with Aiden Gonzalez coming to the plate. And Gonzalez, this pitch comes in high for number 1. Bailey Jones, 6 scoreless innings from him, just 2 hits allowed, and it looks like he's still going strong here. We'll see if he holds up, and Gonzalez is gonna pop this one up, and it's gonna be out number 1 on the fly out there by Gonzalez.
Third baseman number 9, Josh Gonzalez.
And here comes Josh Gonzalez to the plate now. Josh Gonzalez, last time up, the RBI triple to score a runner. The lone run for Moody back in the bottom of the 5th inning. And he's going to send this one right over to third base for out number 2.
Center fielder number 8, AJ Hernandez.
And here comes AJ Hernandez. Here's pitch. This one comes in way inside for ball number 1. And here's a pitch, and Hernandez is going to ground out 4-3 to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base, and we are through 8. We're headed to the 9th inning. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We are still going. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the top of the 9th inning here, and leading off for Flower Bluff is going to be number 9, Diego Delgado. So 6, 7, 8 coming up in this inning for Flower Bluff. And Delgado is going to get a piece of this one. He's going to fly out to center for out number 1.
Second baseman number 21, Josh Groff.
And here comes Josh Graff. So 1 out, nobody on. And this pitch comes in high for ball number 1. And here's a pitch. This one comes in outside for ball number 2. So the count at 2-0 now. 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. And Groff is going to foul this one off for strike number 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. So here's a pitch. This one comes in outside. And the count's now 2-1. 3-1, excuse me. 3 balls, 1 strike now. And here's a pitch. This one comes in high on that outside corner for strike number 2. So the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes for Graff. And here's the pitch. This one comes in high, and Graff is going to get on via walk. So a runner on for Flower Bluff. And coming to the plate now is Heinzig. And throw over to first. Not in time. Heinzig grounded out last time he was at the plate in the top of the 7th inning. And here's the pitch on that top outside corner for strike number 1. No balls, 1 strike now. And here's Bernal. And here's the ball going to be put in play, and the second baseman's got it, and he makes the play over at first, and the runner is going to move over to second. So 2 out, runner at second base now. And here comes Sheehan. And Sheehan, top of the 7th, struck out. And here's the pitch. This one comes in for ball number 1. So the count 1-0, 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, runner at second here for Sheehan. And Sheehan's going to foul this one off. So the count now 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at second. Now you got to figure something's got to give, but just 6 hits between both these teams, and we are through we are through 8 innings, 8 and almost 1/2. Top of the 9th here. And Sheehan got a piece of that one, fouls it off for strike number 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. Top of the 9th. Go ahead run at second. And here's a pitch, and Sheehan sends it over to short, and the throw is there, and it's going to be out number 3. And what a play made. And what a throw there. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and there was 1 left on base for Flower Bluff in the top of the 9th. That was a heck of a throw. Let's check out that replay.
But now it's pitch count 41 pitches.
And Moody coming up, and I believe it's going to be the top of the lineup for Moody, but there's the play. There's a 6-3 put out, and what a nice throw there. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the lineup for Moody, and coming to the plate is Derek Hernandez. Whenever we come back in the bottom of the 9th, keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're Real Sports Live.
ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading out the bottom of the 9th, Derek Hernandez for Moody. Top of the lineup, Hernandez 1 for 2. He has a single, and the last time up, he had a fly out. So here's the pitch in from Bailey Jones. That pitch right there was just Bailey Jones's 80th pitch, and we are in the bottom of the 9th. Ended the last inning with 79 pitches. And Bailey Jones sends this one in for ball number 2. So the count now at 2-0. Here's the pitch from Jones. Comes in inside for strike number 1. 2-1 the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. For leadoff man Derek Hernandez. And here's the pitch. Hernandez watches this one go by high and outside for ball number 3. So 3-1 the count now for Jones, who has tossed 7 scoreless innings. Allowed just 2 hits and a run. And no errors in this game by either team. And this pitch comes in low and inside, gets that low inside corner for strike number 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. And things really tense. It is 10:15. 8 o'clock was the start time for this game. We're about 2 hours, 15 minutes into this one. As Hernandez pops up, and he's going to pop up for an out here in foul territory. For out number 1, and coming to the plate now is Roman Rodriguez.
Left fielder number 3, Roman Rodriguez.
Rodriguez with the fly out, as he is 0 for 3 from the plate tonight. And Rodriguez sends this one up the first base line, and the first baseman bobbles it, and he's going to get on, and we're going to have a ground out for out number 2. And here comes James Perales now. Oh, they're going to call that one foul, so. So the count 1-1, so still 1 out here. And Rodriguez sends this one, and it's going to drop. And Rodriguez sends it all the way to the wall. He's rounding second, and he's going to stay there. Big hit there by Rodriguez, as he's going to get a double out of it. And now he's going to put James Perales in a nice spot here. With 1 out, runner at second. And Roman Rodriguez, let's look back at this hit. And they're going to walk Perales here. And this ball hit all the way in there to center field. So with that, now we're going to get runners at first and second, as they're going to walk Perales. And we're going to have a mound visit here as things starting to tighten up. So 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th here. So let's take a quick break, step away real quick, and we'll be back. This is Real Sports Live. Keep it here.
See the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2 runners on now. And coming up to the plate is Jonathan Everett. So Roman Rodriguez double, followed by an intentional walk of James Perales, is going to give Everett 2 runners on. Bottom of the 9th here, with 1 out, and they're going to stick with Jones, and this one's going to be fouled off here by Everett. And Everett gets a piece of this one, and he puts some air under it, and the left fielder comes over and gets under it. And there's a throw, and Rodriguez slides back onto the bag. And that's going to be out number 2, so runners still on first and second.
Pitcher number 19, Marley Bernal.
So here comes Bernal. Bernal, 4-3 ground out last time he was up. Here's big opportunity for him. This one comes in way outside, and that one's going to be called strike. And this pitch comes in outside. 4-ball number 1. But now needs to be patient here. Walk will load the bases. And Bernal gets a piece of this one, and he's going to pop up here in the infield. And what a blown opportunity there for the Moody Trojans with 2 runners on.
For Moody tonight, they show no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors. 2 runners left on base.
So there was no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 runners left on base for Moody. And the Moody Trojans got to be kicking themselves there. They leave runners on in a crucial time, and we are headed to the top of the 10th inning, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
One army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history. There are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the top of the 10th inning. Yes, the top of the 10th inning. And due up here for Flower Bluff, it's going to be the top of the lineup as Arredondo, Bernal, and Villegas due up here for the Hornets. And 7 runs between the two. And each pitcher just hanging in there. Bernal came in the 7th inning, so this is going to be his 4th time out to the mound. But over on the other side, Jones has pitched every inning so far, 8 scoreless out of 9. He's only allowed 3 hits. And Bernal has come in. He's allowed no hits. And this pitch comes in, so it's going to be an 0-2 count here for Arredondo. And this pitch low and outside for strike number 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike here. And swing and a miss for strike number 2 for Arredondo. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now. And here's this pitch, comes in low. It's going to Make the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So full count here for the leadoff man out at Ondo, and here's the pitch from Marty Bedinal. The 3-2 pitch comes in high, and that's going to be a walk, and a runner going to be on base for Flower Bluff.
Shortstop number 2, Chris Bedinal.
Here comes a shortstop, Chris Bedinal now. Here's a pitch from Marty Bedinal. This one comes in outside for ball number 1. 1 ball, no strikes here. And here's a pitch, and Bedinal lays down the bunt, or tries to. This one goes fouls for strike number 1. So 1-1 now the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. A runner on at first. Here's a pitch from Bedinal. And Marty Bedinal tries to tag the runner Bedinal, and he's not going to be able to, and that's going to be a bunt laid down. So you can go down as a hit, and a runner's going to move over, so 2 runners on now.
Catcher number 20, Nash Villegas.
And this is just a nice bunt. You see Bedinal trying the tag, reaches out, but cannot there. And just a really good job there by Chris Bedinal to get on base. So runners at first and second now. And it's going to be Nash Villegas with 2 on and nobody out here. And that was the 5th hit for Flower Bluff tonight, as this pitch comes in outside and a little high for ball number 1. Vega struck out last time, and so Villegas is 1 for 3 with a walk in 4 appearances, and he swings and misses there for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on, nobody out here for Flower Bluff in the top of the 10th. Big opportunity for them. They try to put up some runs, and Villegas is going to pop this one up, and the outfielder's coming up to get it, and he does. For out number 1.
Center fielder number 15, Michael Mendiola.
And here comes Mendiola to the plate. 1 out, 2 runners on. And Mendiola reached base on balls last time, and before that he was struck out. So 0 for 2 with 2 walks for Mendiola. And Mendiola sends this one into left field in the gap, and a runner's going to score it. It's going to be an RBI single, and coming in is going to be Arredondo for the go-ahead run. And Mendiola was due. It feels like everybody coming up has been due. So runners at first and second now. And it's a 2-1 game. And here's the pitcher, Jones. And here's the pitch. This one comes in outside for ball number 2. So now Flower Bluff looking for some insurance runs with a couple of runners on and 1 out. Jones hit into a 6-4-3 double play last time he was up. Here's the pitch from Bernal. This one comes in on that low outside corner for strike number 1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 runners on here for Flower Bluff in the top of the 10th. That was hit number 6 for Flower Bluff on the night. Just 9 hits between the two teams, and we are in the top of the 10th inning. Here's a pitch from Bernal, and this one going to get fouled off by Jones to even up the count at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here, top of the 10th inning. RBI single by Mendiola out in left field. Brought in Arredondo. And here's another base hit by Jones. And Jones is going to bring another runner in. And here's the throw. And he scoops it over. And nice play made. And the runner just gets out of the way. Or tries to at least. And that was Aiden Pettis just sidestepped now, and big out there at the plate.
Left fielder number 9, Diego Delgado.
So runners still at first and second, and here comes number 9, Diego Delgado. Fly out last time he was up. And Delgado swings and misses. Let's go to that split screen replay here and just look. And you see how ball goes there. And then Pettis comes around and he nearly trips coming, loses his hat, and that slows him up a little bit. Here's this pitch comes in for ball number 1. So it's 1-1 the count now for Diego Delgado. And swing and a miss for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. And Delgado fouls this one off. So Marty Bernal delivers this pitch outside, even up the count now at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And this pitch comes in low, and that's going to make the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes here. Bernal has given up 3 hits. A bunt to Chris Bernal. An RBI single to Mendiola and a single to Jones back to back. So here's the 3-2 pitch from Bernal, nearly, but he thinks about it, pulls it back. So here's a pitch from Bernal, and Delgado gets some air under this one, and he's going to fly out to deep left field for out number 3. And we're headed to the bottom. 1 run comes in on 3 hits. There was no errors, and there was 2 left on base for Flower Bluff in the top of the 10th inning. We're headed to the bottom now, and coming up for Moody is going to be Escamilla, Gonzalez, and Aiden Gonzalez and Josh Gonzalez. Coming up for Moody in the bottom of the 10th. Last 3 outs for the Trojans. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back right after this.
In part by the concession stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the concession stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the concession stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. New pitcher on the mound for Flower Bluff, Chris Bernal, and 93 pitches for Bailey Jones. He finished up with 9.0 innings, 8 scoreless, 1 run, 3 hits allowed. And what a night for him. But Chris Bernal in to try to finish things off here. And here's Escamilla leading things off. And this pitch comes in outside for strike number 1. That makes the count even at 1-1. This pitch comes in outside for ball number 2. And Escamilla gets a piece of this one, and he pops it up, and the third baseman going to try to get under it, and he cannot make the play there, and that's just going to be a foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So count even at 2 for leadoff man Escamilla here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Here's a pitch from Bernal, and Escamilla fouls this one off, and the first baseman gets under it, and he's able to make this play for out number 1. Coming up is going to be Aiden Gonzalez.
Shortstop number 21, Aiden Gonzalez.
And this pitch comes in outside for ball number 1. And swing and a miss there for strike number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here for Aiden Gonzalez, who last up at the plate in the bottom of the 8th, recorded a fly out. This ball low for ball number 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And here's the pitch, and this is going to be a base hit by Gonzalez. And he's going to get a runner on here.
Third baseman number 9, Josh Gonzalez.
So the tying run's on first, and here comes Josh Gonzalez now, who right now represents the winning run. So 1 out, 1 on here for Josh Gonzalez, bottom of the 10th. And this pitch comes in outside for strike number 1. And this pitch on that outside corner once again to make the count 0-2. And Chris Bedinal on the mound right now, trying to get these last 2 outs and secure a win here for the Hornets. And Gonzalez gets a piece of it, and he's going to pop up, and out number 2, and 1 away now. Are the Hornets. And now coming to the plate, A.J. Hernandez. And it's a 2-1 Flower Bluff lead here in the bottom of the 10th inning, 2-1. And here's A.J. Hernandez, who's going to record a base hit to the center gap. And the winning run is on now. Runners at first and second. And we are at the top of the lineup. Derek Hernandez. Trying to provide a spark here. And here's a pitch from Bedinal, and Hernandez is going to pop up over to the second baseman, and that's going to be it here. In 10 innings, Flower Bluff defeats the Moody Trojans 2-1. 1 run for Moody on 5 hits. Flower Bluff brings in 2 on 7. Top of the 10th inning. The winning run comes in on an RBI single from Mendiola to make it 2-1. And amazingly, the pitcher, Bailey Jones, 93 pitches in 9.0 inning, gives up 1 run on 3 hits, pitches 8 scoreless innings to get Flower Bluff and Willem to a victory here. So that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. 2-1. Flower Bluff defeats Moody. I want to thank everybody for watching. Make sure to go follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and on YouTube. We can watch live and pre-recorded games. Watch us now, watch us later. And once again, the final. Flower Bluff 2-1. We are Real Sports Live. That's at RIO Sports Live. Follow all our social medias, wherever you do social medias. And that's going to do it here, folks. Have a good night.